Uh, all right, guys. Sorry for the delay, and I'm probably gonna put this down. Wait, there, disabled. Uh, there we go. That did not go so well, did it? Hmm. Oh well. Actually, that reminds me. One thing in particular. Where is it? I am fixing something, so give me a sec. Now that I can see it better. Cool. Oh, it's backwards. Why? Since I know what it is, let me do this. Fix. There. That should fix it. Okay. Now. Yeah, fixed. See? Got it sort of on track. Uh, Probably. There we go. All this time, and I've had to fix up something and never been noticed till now. But yeah. So yeah, for now, forgive me as I'm kind of in the whole not sure if I want to like show myself or not. I've been outside for way too long. Yeah, imagine that, me gamer touching grass, but that's besides the point. Um, no, I was outside in the sun for a while, and it's pretty much like my eyes are almost obliterated from too much brightness, and the light from my streaming cam section would just probably bother me, to be quite honest. So, ew, grass, yeah. So I just figure for now, instead of like showing myself, I'm gonna have my camera in sleep mode, and you get that instead. Which I really need to adjust that now that I can confirm it works, but that's a later thing to fix. Um, yeah. So, anyways, Final Fantasy 16. Let's do this. Yeah, there is still grass in AZ, and we're not talking fake, but it is technically imported. Technically. Let's get this on. And if that bottom right section ends up being a bother, let me know. Let me turn off the music, because the music is out of place. The music is out of place. Yeah, there's still a lot of side questing to do. Although it just occurred to me, the pedigree. Hmm. So I'm nearly maxed out, I'd say. Right? At least. Well, besides doing the icon battles. I was gonna try to do some of the icon battling offline, but then I was concerned that I was gonna hit certain other side quests. So I decided not to. But I figured I was gonna try to do as much as I can today to kind of close out the side quests and get hopefully into the DLCs. BIS? What be BIS?
Why the hell would Victor take the bearer's side?
I'm sorry, what?
For a share in Lupin's
Okay.
ill-gotten guilt, perhaps?
Meet Havel at the gates for Three's a company more than Best in Slot. Oh, okay.
Here to help me pack? Thanks, but I'll be traveling light. I'm almost finished already, in fact.
You're really going to go through with this, then?
I am. But before I go...
If it's within my power to help you,
It's the children. I refuse to let them share in my disgrace. And if I leave them here, they surely will. Our friendship would see them ostracized forever. But I can't take them with me either. I can think of only one place where they are certain to be safe and provided for and loved. The Hideaway.
Of course. The children would be more than welcome.
Thank you, Clive. I will not forget this.
Lubor, are you still here?
What is it, Ferda? You look pale.
There's been a flood in the Velcroy, a damn big one. The League of Outlaws encampment was completely submerged in ether.
What?
Every last one of the bastards has turned. And they're headed this way.
Bandits are one thing. Akashic bandits are quite another. The town guard won't stand a chance against them. We need to evacuate. There's no time to lose. Further, gather the men. The Akashic may strike at any moment. We must make ready to cover the townspeople's escape. Well, what are you waiting for?
Yes, my lord.
Clive, change of plan. The children stay with me for now. I need you to find Conrad and Natalie. Tell them to prepare for a full and immediate evacuation.
Understood.
I'll do what I can to convince everyone else. Wish me luck.
Okay.
What's an Akashic?
You
People
have to
told me
listen
they're like
to me.
people.
They're coming.
Even
You need to
meaner and
evacuate.
scarier.
Know your place, bearer.
Okay.
Why do they always have to make such a fuss?
Ah, it's you.
What do you want, Lord Underhill?
To pass on an important message. There's been an ether flood out in the Velcroy. The camp where the so-called League of Outlaws were gathering has been swallowed. They're no longer just bandits. They're Akashic now, and they could be here at any moment. You need to begin preparing for a full-scale evacuation right away.
Oh, do we? And who was it who gave you this disturbing news, might I ask?
Lubor, perhaps? The man spreading the same poison out in the square as we speak. You may believe his lies, my lord, but we know better.
But why would he lie about something like this?
Some twisted attempt at revenge, perhaps. If he had not been unmasked, he may well have been elected our leader. A great honor for one of his kind. One he might well feel aggrieved at having been denied.
Lord Underhill, forgive me, but it has become all too evident where your sympathies lie. Lubor cannot be trusted, and neither, therefore, can you.
You may not trust me, but for the sake of your people, ask yourselves if there is any chance that this is true.
There isn't. You can be certain of that. Now be off with you.
You're making a mistake.
Come, Clive. If our words will not move them, then we must find another way to help save the town.
You're right. Let's speak to Lord Furder.
Listen to me. They're coming. You need to evacuate.
Hmm.
I think we'd better shut up. What's Lubor raving about now?
Man, I don't know. I guess I just feel like, you know what? Sure. Take those that are willing to listen and leave the rest. Oh, you think that's funny? Here they come, and
Lord Furder,
we'll save.
what's wrong? I went to warn Conrad and Natalie about the Akashic, but they've convinced themselves that nothing Lubor says can be a bloody fool, which means the town guard can't be counted on for support. But I can. You only have to ask.
I appreciate it.
Sid! Further! I've been looking for you everywhere.
Victor, I thought you'd left.
I couldn't abandon a friend in need, and Lubor is in need at this very moment. Come. You have to believe me. The Akashic are coming. They don't eat, they don't sleep, they don't tire, and they don't care who they kill. They're unlike anything that's come before. There will be no parley, no mercy granted. We may have saved the town once, but this is different. I do not ask that you forgive me, but please believe me. If you do not run, you will die. You will all fucking die!
You'd like that, wouldn't you, bearer?
Yeah, with
us out of the way, your kind will be free to claim Dalamil for yourselves. It's you who should run!
Run, bearer!
Yeah, run!
Run!
Far, far away!
Just go, bearer! Yeah. Come on, then.
Wait. Someone's coming.
Stop! You're hurting him! What did Lubor ever do to you? He solves all your stupid problems, and he keeps all of you safe. You know there's nothing he wouldn't do for this town. Who was it who made that cleaver you use every day, Conrad? And what about your counting table, Natalie? Who fixed that? Whose men make sure the streets are clean so all your boots don't get dirty? Who spends all day, every day making sure things run smoothly round here? And none of you ever say thank you, ever. But did Lubor ever complain? Well, does he ever stop smiling? He keeps this whole place going. And you act like it doesn't even exist!
You guys are getting told by children. That's embarrassing.
Lubor, we've heard enough.
Wait!
We will not run. The town guard will not abandon the very place it is sworn to protect.
And I will not give up for lost the stores that we labored so hard to fill.
So tell us, how do you propose we deal with these Akashic of yours?
We won't run, but we will fight.
All right, then. Fine. Gather round if you don't want to die.
Allow me to explain the situation. The ether flood occurred near the village of Cheratina, deep in the Velcroy. The place had been abandoned for years, until the League of Outlaws decided to make it their base of operations. Now they're all turned, and if the scouts' reports are correct, heading in this direction.
They are mindless monsters, driven only by hate and rage. And they are utterly unpredictable. With the bandits, we at least knew how and where they were likely to attack. When these creatures come, Dalamil will have the bitterest fight it has ever faced on its hands. The town guard will muster at the north gate. The rest of us will take the south. Both forces will provide men to serve as scouts and messengers, ready to spread word of the size and nature of the Akashic force as soon as it is spotted. And as soon as it has been, we will converge on its position and see that it is driven back from Dalamil at all costs. Conrad, can I count on the support of the town guard?
Always.
I leave the selection and coordination of the messengers in your hands, Victor. And the command of our men in yours, Ferda. If you would both be so kind.
Consider it done. As you wish.
Natalie, I would ask that you and your people have the townsfolk barricade themselves inside the bathhouse. And tell the merchants not to waste time securing anything beside the essentials. Preserving life is our one and only concern. As long as we survive, it doesn't matter what trinkets we might lose. Our riches can be regained. And if anyone doubts that, let it be known that the Briar's Kiss stands ready to cover any losses.
Very well. I shall tell them.
Where do I fit into this plan?
Where else but the most perilous place of all? I would like you to travel to the home of our erstwhile League of Outlaws, Cheratina itself. The main host is most likely still there, and Dalamil will not be safe until it is eradicated, root and branch.
A little gardening. How pleasant.
I doubt it. I have a feeling these weeds will be particularly stubborn.
Luckily, so am I.
So you are. All right then, we all know what we have to do. Now it's simply a matter of doing it. For Dalamil.
Looks like everyone's ready. I better not keep them waiting.
So I have to go that way. Okay. Way across.
Good girl.
Just to garden.
Good. That will keep. Any man sighting an Akashic is to raise the alarm.
Oh, I think I already see part of it. Yep.
There it is. The flood.
But what's waiting for us inside?
Oh, that's a lot for what? 3 enemies? All right. Excuse me. Hmm? Oh, I have to actually go in.
Can't leave a single one alive.
All right. Oh, I'm so sorry, you fools. Oops, that was bad. I'm just using it to recharge now.
The League is disbanded. I should get back to Dalimil and see how the others fared.
Indeed. Sometime later.
All the Akashic we were able to find have been dealt with. Seems that might be the last of them.
Last of them here, perhaps.
Lubo, Sir Clive has returned.
Clive! What news from Charatina?
It's done. Root and branch.
I knew you wouldn't let me down.
Thank you, my lord.
Friends, the Horde has been driven back. The Akashic have been defeated. And we need not fear the arrival of any more, thanks to Clive. Victory is ours.
We bloody did it!
We saved Dalimil.
Lubor, allow me to apologize. After all
Dang
you've done
straight.
for this town, we should never have doubted you.
But we did. And for that we are truly sorry. We only hope that you can forgive us.
We need you, Lubor. Dalimil needs you. So, if you would still like to be considered for the position of mayor, you have our backing.
You do remember that I'm a bearer, don't you?
We do. But that is not a stain on your character. It is a stain on ours. We thought only of what we perceived bearers to be, not what you truly are. The man who saved Dalimil twice over.
I see. But I will only accept your proposal on 2 conditions.
Okay.
Name them.
Firstly, that you will both do everything in your power to rally your people to my cause. If the Town Guard and the Merchants League do not accept my leadership, it will be doomed from the start. Unity is the key to defending Dalimil, and I do not doubt that we shall need to call on our combined strength again. When that time comes, I will expect us all to pull together, just as we did today.
Of course. You have our word.
And secondly, you will accept that if I am to lead you, the mistreatment of bearers must end here in Dalamir. Any bearer within our walls shall be afforded the same rights as any other citizen. They will not be judged by what they are, but who they are.
As we failed to do, and came so close to losing everything.
We agree to your conditions. And we have only one in return. That you continue to work for the good of Dalimil, as you always have.
Condition accepted. Well then, it seems my mayorship is all but confirmed. Do I get some sort of special hat?
After all that.
How fickle fate can be. Not so long ago, I had resigned myself to leaving Dalamil in disgrace. And now, I find myself her leader. Here. For everything.
Lubor. About the children.
Fear not, you are of course relieved of your responsibility. I would sooner face another horde of Akashic than see them brought up as outlaws. I'll make sure they're safe here.
I don't doubt that you will. And not just the children, but everyone in Dalamel.
I'll do my best. Can't have all your hard
Is it
work
me, or do I
go to
feel like
waste.
Clive needs a bit of a haircut? Like his hair grew too much at this point. Seems like his hair's grown a bit much. Okay. All right. Man, there's a lot. Uh, hmm. Journal. What? Oh, okay. That's fine. Yeah, so 3 is for doing Joshua, I believe. Okay, so that's for getting the oil. for the flight of the ship.
Here we are again. Karava. If you were a tortoise, Torgor, where would you hide?
Between a rock and a hard place.
It looks like we found him.
Ow. Ooh, look at that. Aw. Bye.
If Mid needs another, she can come and get it herself.
Alright, let's see.
Your Grace, my lord.
I just realized this is the
trust
thing.
your journey
Yeah,
was not
never mind.
overly
Oops.
onerous.
Cyril, you found a letter from Father.
Yes, I have it here.
One of those I was
You
thinking,
asked
like,
the
was
honor,
that supposed to
my
be here or somewhere else?
An inheritance.
It would seem the late Archduke penned this missive shortly before his passing.
The day before we left for Phoenix Gate.
What are these plans he spoke of?
His plans for the duchy, Your Grace. Your father entrusted them to my predecessor, the former bearer of the Burning Quill, who entrusted them in turn to me. The complete emancipation of bearers is their stated aim. But your father's dream did not end there. His Grace also spoke of building hospices to care for those stricken by the curse, and the founding of a new university to further the development of non-magical technologies. With the blight spreading ever more widely across the Twins, Archduke Elwyn saw this as the only means of securing Rosaria's survival.
He wished to see men and bearers treated as equals. To see centuries of common wisdom overturned. Small wonder he did not think it achievable within his lifetime.
But he thought it achievable nonetheless. Had he not, he would never have written this message. Nor would he have entrusted his vision to his most faithful aides, those who would have stood with you, shielded you from the machinations of the less benevolent personages at court.
It's a pity only they are still with us.
It is true that those most loyal to your father were the first to suffer the Duchess's wrath. But one at least remains, and she has come bearing gifts.
What do you mean?
Mayhap it is better that she explain, my lord. After all, the duties entrusted to me by my predecessor extended only to recovering His Grace's will and arranging a meeting with the one who might execute it, or a part of it at least.
And where is this woman?
She awaits you in the archive, Your Grace.
Thank you, Cyril. Shall we then?
Hmm. In there.
Welcome, welcome. Take care.
Well, waiting over there, but what's this about then?
Lord Marquis,
What is it, Sir?
one of our brethren lately journeyed across the strait. He sent an owl some while ago.
Was he surveying an...
No. The object of his study was a savior cult that has an ancient religion that worshipped. By gaining an understanding of this new faith, we hoped to learn more of the Circle's original beliefs.
And so you sent one of your brothers to Ash? A continent teeming with orcs and Akashic?
Fully cognizant of the risks, yes. I entrusted the mission to one of the most able of our order, the Third Chair, a master of the arts of combat and survival both. Though he has been silent for some days now, I have thus far refrained from sending any others in search of him, lest they be lost in turn. Yet, it seemed only right to inform you of the situation, given your unique experience of the perils of Ash. For as you so earnestly advised me, it would not do to abandon a man to his fate, when he might yet be saved.
It would not. But Ash is a big place. Can you be any more specific?
Perhaps. The last owl I received from him mentioned a village where he had heard the cult were wont to assemble. Mickleburg was its name. It lies in the southern reaches of Waloed. If aught ill befell him, I expect it did so there.
Right. I'll see what I can do.
You are much too kind.
Man, this guy uses a lot more, like,
May
archaic
the Firebird's flame ever burn
English.
in your heart.
In the same place? Oh, I see. So, I guess let me go to the edge of infinity.
Let's go.
Faster!
pretty much about to level up.
No mistakes.
Nah, it's fine. It's fine. Calm down, people.
Good girl. Fly, Ambrosia.
Oh. Yeah, okay. I just confused myself.
Might this be Mickelberg?
These people aren't turned. And the village seems safe enough at least. What is going on here?
Ah, did you too heed the call?
Heed the call? No, I came here looking for someone. To be honest, I wasn't sure I'd find him here. Let alone all of you.
Is that so?
What are you doing here? Is this where you live?
Tis my home. The others, they heeded the call.
You keep saying that.
The call of what?
They came here to perform the rite, just as King Barnabas instructed. This village is their altar, where they shall cast their souls upon the gentle waters and give themselves to the Lord.
Give themselves.
Oh, Lord, cleanse us of our sins.
Let us be reborn in your loving arms.
Free us from the torment of this mortal realm.
They want to be saved.
Ah,
Forgive me.
my
Did
feet are
another
killing me
foreigner like me come here?
from
He was
the
probably
events today.
wearing a cowl.
You mean the traveler from Stone? Yes. He's staying at my house, toward the rear of the village.
Thank you. If you don't mind, I'll go and greet him.
They seek the same salvation Barnabas did. At least the third chair still lives. Let's go and find him.
Maybe. Like, how sure are you that he lives? Oh, okay, he does.
Excuse me. Are you with the Undying?
I am. And so it would appear, are you? Lord Rosfield, if I am not mistaken.
That's right. And you must be the third chair.
I am.
Cyril was worried for your safety. He sent me to find you.
And I must apologize. I did not mean to trouble the bearer of the burning quill, much less you, my Lord Marquis.
He said that you had failed to report. Is there a reason for that?
I came here to study the followers of this new faith. But the more I learned of them, the more my own faith began to falter. You have seen them at their prayers.
Ouch!
Did you not?
Yeah, maybe I did way too much movement, especially the unstable movement, so my ankle's feeling a little off.
Praying night and day that they might be rid of their wicked wills and reborn in their Saviour's light. Not that they might be granted respite from their worldly woes, so that they might continue to serve him. Serve him with all of their beings. I, too, swore to devote my life to the service of my Lord and Master, but this... it is different. It is more. And so I would see it through to the end. See these people safe, that they might achieve their dream. That they might do their duty to their Lord. Even if it should keep me from doing my duty to mine.
You do understand what their dream is, don't you?
I do, my lord. They would cast aside their wills and become Akashic. I know that it may be hard to believe, but to these people, that is the very essence of salvation. Forgive me, my lord, but I must remain here. If you are to return to Master Cyril, I would consider it a great... Did you hear that, my lord? Something is happening.
I'll go and find out what. Stay here.
They turned. It's not that they turned. It's the flooding happened.
Beneath the flood. Oh no. There must be something I can do. Echoes as well. Found her. Ready, brother? Ready.
Oh. Okay. Oh, well, hello. Oh. Oh. We're doing this, I guess.
I've killed your kind before.
Ooh, okay. I'm not getting the dodge right. Okay. Okay. Oh, you made me end that way earlier than I anticipated for.
It's over.
Yep. Difficulty, you say.
Damn it.
Oh. Damn it. Third chair.
Don't you die. Come on, speak to me.
I had to save them, that they might have a chance to find true salvation. By devoting themselves to the service of their Lord. Just as I did, when the Undying plucked me from the gutter and gave me a cause to believe in. A duty to serve was everything to me, and I would not deny them that fulfillment, even if they must become a Kashik in order to achieve it. Forgive me, my Lord Marquis. I did not mean to trouble you with this. My findings. Could you deliver them to Master Cyril for me?
Of course. Your duty will be done.
Look, my lord. They are saved.
Wow.
should get this report to Cyril.
My Lord Marquis, welcome back. I am glad to see you hale and whole.
I met with your third chair, Cyril. He bade me deliver his findings to you.
Thank you, my lord. He remained in Ash?
He died protecting the villagers from an echo. I buried him in Mickelberg. I'm sorry that I couldn't save him.
If you could not save him, no one could.
The villagers, they were believers in this savior cult. They prayed to their god that they might be unburdened of their wills. Then an ether flood came, and their wish was granted. Your brother sacrificed himself that they might live, even knowing that that life was death by another name.
Then he perished defending liberty. A hero's end. For the right to choose how one dies is no less sacred than the right to choose how one lives.
Sid would agree. He wanted to build a world where people could die on their own terms.
A noble ambition. To die for one's cause is the most perfect expression of one's faith. It matters not how misguided others
I am probably
judge
due for
one's
also
decision to be.
adjustment.
Only that the decision is one's own. We live according to the teachings of our order. We believe in them, we protect them, and yes, we die for them. For better or worse, that is our creed.
But he didn't die for your creed. He died to save them. And you still believe that what he did was right.
I believe that he believed it was. We of the Undying are not slaves, but willing servants. And this was his will, the ultimate expression of it.
All right. I'd like to know this man's name, Cyril. To know the names of all the Undying who've fallen in the line of duty. They died serving my house. It's only right that I remember them. That is my duty.
Of course. I shall fetch the Book of Martyrs at once.
The
My lord,
Book of Martyrs.
It has been, and shall ever be, the greatest honor of my life to serve House Rosfield. Though our duties may differ, yours is no less important. I pray with all my heart for your success. And were they here, I have no doubt but that every one of my fallen brothers and sisters would feel the same.
More recalcum. Collect 6 signboards, okay. Should I do this first before doing the other one? Yeah. Wow. That does hurt. I may not be going as long as I'd like. Just because it feels like I'm going to have to, like, when I do go, it's gonna be probably to bed and just sitting there doing a little extra work before I go to sleep. But you know, in the nice comforts of my bed. Yeah, because this is gonna do probably more Josh things. So let me get this one done. While it has me closer to finishing up.
What is it? Please, just make it stop. I'm scared.
It's all right. Nothing good's gonna come of this.
Faster!
Quiet.
That can't be Rutherford, can it?
Turncoats and cowards, the lot of you! If it's a fight you want, it's a fight you shall have!
Allow me.
I don't need your...
Please, Field Marshal, oblige him.
This won't take long.
You're right. It won't. Men, finish him.
You know what? I'm just gonna open it this way. Okay. Death you choose.
A little longer than I'd have liked. Field Marshal Havel, I presume. Are either of you injured?
No, my lord. You arrived just as our escort turned on us.
Fucking traitors. I'd heard reports of soldiers in the outlying regions abandoning the oaths they swore. But I hadn't thought the corruption had reached so close to the heart of the Republic. It's a fucking disgrace. Your interfering old bastard of an uncle tried to warn me, of course. My lord Marquis. Or is Sid the Outlaw more to your liking?
Call me what you want. It doesn't change who I am. Or the urgency of the message I bring. My uncle has a plan to right the realm, and he needs your help to see it through.
Before I agree to anything, I'd have you answer one question. What do you stand to gain from all this?
I won't deny that I might benefit from further chaos. But I seek a new beginning for all of us. And while the choices I've made may not always have been the right ones, I know I made them for the right reasons. For so long, so many of us have been told how we could live, how we could die, when it should have been our decision all along. Now we have a chance to put things right. But in order to take it, we must stand together. Even if it be beside those with whom we don't see eye to eye.
certainly not the words I expected from an outlaw. But perhaps your uncle was right. You are no ordinary outlaw. I'll never hear the end of this. All right. I'll start by ordering my most trusted guard to bring the Dalmekian fringes under control. Next, I'll make contact with my counterparts in the Imperial Army and see if I can't convince them to try and restore order in their own territory.
Thank you, Field Marshal.
But they are not the only ones we will need to convince.
What do you mean?
Yeah, I think as soon as I get to the 2-hour mark, I may stop.
But those they answer to require a different kind of persuasion. And when it comes to honeyed words,
now that I'm thinking about it, it's kind of bothering me, so I'm probably going to also ice up
even the most stubborn of
my ankle a bit before I head to bed.
I'm flattered. But I'm no diplomat either. And I have other problems to attend to. What we need is a skilled arbitrator.
Otherwise, I'm going to wake up in the middle of the night every time I'm sleeping comfortably and then
would he
my
happen to
ankle
be an
certain way.
outlaw too?
Of a different kind, perhaps.
Beggars can't be choosers. I suppose we'll all have to find a little of the outlaw in ourselves if we're to make it through this. Very well. Send your man to me right away.
I shall.
My Lord Marquis. Your Lord Uncle bade me escort the Field Marshal to his manor in Port Isolde.
And I will see that my associate joins you there.
Very good, my lord.
An envoy. I'm not sure I'm the man to talk anyone round. I can barely convince my brother to take his medicine. No. This is a job for someone with experience. Someone like Quentin. I hope I can convince him at least. Still here. After all these years. A lot smaller than I remember. And you're a lot bigger. You might have to swim, boy. I wasn't being serious.
You two go on without me. I doubt that boat will hold a third.
If you're sure, we won't be long. Hop in, boy. This place hasn't changed at all. The rookery's right through those trees.
Okay.
Come on.
Okay.
Race you there? I bet I could still beat you. This was our hideaway. Wasn't it, Torgal?
Yeah, in some ways I can't wait till tomorrow comes so I can get my headset and test it.
Coming here helped me to forget who I was. Or wasn't. Prince, shield. Son his mother could love. Had I been any one of those things? Perhaps. What is it, boy? This is all from the castle. And Phoenix Gate. Did you bring these here?
And your wooden sword.
Well. You never stopped looking for me, did you, boy? Thank you, Torgal. For never giving up. For never forgetting. Let's take this with us, shall we? So I don't forget either. That's not the way back to the boat, Torgal.
Hmm?
All right. I'm coming.
What's this way?
I think I know where we're going. People always talk about the importance of putting the past behind you. But without it, we wouldn't be who we are today. And we certainly couldn't steer our way to a better tomorrow. Come on, Torgal. Let's go home.
Congrats on resolve. Huh.
Sorry for the wait. We're ready.
Okay. Mm-hmm. I thought that was hell. Ah. Dang it.
Midsoil. After what happened here, it's a miracle there was any left at all. I better get these materials to Mid so she can finish her prototype. Mid?
Alright.
Aw, you make it sound like I asked you to save the world or something.
Tell me, this is all you need.
It's most of what I need. After you left, I went over the figures again, and I realised I'd forgotten a 1 and a 0. And a cogwheel.
Ow.
Just a tiny one. Though, that's the problem. Gears that small are a bastard to make, and I may have lost the one Blackthorn spent a fortnight toiling over.
Wait. The children. When they took apart your scales, there was a tiny brass gear. Now that I think about it, they didn't use it when we put the scales back together.
The young'uns? But why would the... You know what? I don't want to know. I'll keep working on the model. You go and find that cog.
Sid! Is Mid still hiding from us?
She wasn't hiding. She's fine. She's just busy working on her next project.
A new invention? What is it? What is it? Is it an airship? I bet it's an airship!
Do you think she'll let us help?
That just so happens to be why I'm here. She needs something special, something only you three can provide. A brass gear. A tiny one. One that might fit on, say, a set of scales.
Oh, the one you forgot! We remember!
We saved it, just in case. It's in the bag of bits.
Since your lesson, we've been disassembling, then reassembling everything we can find. All the pieces that are left over, we keep under our beds, just in case.
That's good to know.
Look! I found it! that all? Just the gear? We have more parts if Mid needs them.
That's all for now. But I'll let Mid know about your hoard. Just in case.
Thanks, Sid.
So, deliver to Mid.
Has Midadol mentioned a new project yet?
Not exactly.
Finish that one.
Well, did they have it?
I might aim just to kind of
They did.
get all the other side quests thing done
Somewhere nice and safe.
before putting into a DLC 1 at
Will
this
it
rate.
work? He's perfect.
Ouch.
You're a genius, Clive.
What exactly are you going to use it for?
Only the most important job of all. The wings aren't going to move on their own, but with the right cog in the right place, well, you just wait and see.
I know I am really close.
That should do it.
Our propeller example.
Here goes nothing. Titan's tits.
It wasn't supposed to fly, was it?
Of course it was supposed to fly. Wouldn't be much of an airship if it didn't. Honestly, these bloody engines are driving me mad. I was so sure this would be the day she soared. The Mithril engine was made to make dreams come true. But maybe this is one dream the world's better off without. Show folk how to take flying. It won't be long till they're raining death down on each other. People will lose their homes, children, their mums and their dads. Like I lost mine.
I'm sorry.
So am I, Clive. So am I. Sorry that I have to choose. Do I follow my head, or do I follow my heart?
Good question. The first time I stood on the deck of your ship, felt the wind in my hair. It was like I was flying. But imagine how it would feel to actually do it.
My dad always said there were two ways of living life. Chasing a dream or shuffling to your grave. And he were right. Right about a lot of things. Not that I like to admit it. People need dreams to chase. Especially in a world like this. Right. When this is over, I'm gonna take all my Mithril engines to Zemeckis and sling them over the edge. I won't have my dream end up turning into someone else's nightmare.
But all that hard work.
All that hard work will not be used for war, Jamie. But it ain't like it'll be gone. Tell me, Clive, have you ever been on a treasure hunt?
Not since Joshua and I were boys. Why do you ask?
Because I'm gonna bury the engine schematics and leave behind a little riddle telling people where to find them. A really hard one, so that only the most dedicated dreamers will ever be able to work it out. Ooh, I can picture it now. Some daft general squinting at the words with a gormless expression on his mug. Like that one, yeah.
Right.
course, if I'm putting this engine at the end of a treasure hunt, I'll still need to make it a treasure worth hunting for. Won't be much of a prize if it couldn't even make a toy boat fly after all. My dad always said, dream big. But it ain't the size of a dream that's important, is it, Clive? Only that it's a good one. And I reckon I've got a fair few good uns left in me.
I'm sure you do.
Let's check out the nice little spots in the chamber. Yeah, I can't have much left. Was it? Oh, I am at the last three.
Say what you will, Lady Karen has seen our shortcut.
First the skies, then the crystal. What next?
Only 5 more left. Where can I do? Let's see. Looking at the time, I fear that Joshua's is going to take too long. So let's get 1 and 3 done. Charge.
Still alive, are ya?
It'd better all be here.
Is that all?
Alright, so I can do 3 of them. So let's go to Martha's Rest. Well, yeah.
Let's hope one of the merchants here has what Gav needs. Excuse me.
Oh, well.
A silver chocolate.
Oh, or maybe not. Though there was a man stopped by the rest not long ago, near some gutted hot most. Took him for a braggart, and
we'll see.
Yeah, it definitely hurt. I love that the pain kind of came in like a little bit after the fact. Like, no issues before, but now
want to reckon round it, don't
There
we?
we are.
Let's get this stoned.
How do? You've the look of a man who could do with a new...
I'm looking for a silver chop.
If that's the case, rumors are all your life. No one has seen us. Word is they were all hunted for their... If any are still out there, I reckon they'll be
You're probably right.
I don't know if I'm gonna be able to keep doing this right now.
Look, Daddy. Shining so brightly.
Whoever's idea it was to take those bearers away to Eastport has my thanks.
Can I help you with something?
You wouldn't happen to sell silver chocobo?
But if it's fancies your...
Was a silver chocobo?
Oh, yes.
It wouldn't be the first. A silver chocobo sighted in the hills near Rhiannon Tride. It sounds... It's too good to be true. But since I'm already here...
I already drank up all my water. Crud. Okay. Yeah, but I guess that is proof that it was a lot harder. All that walk. That was actually inside of a like a mall, like an outdoor mall in this case. So, all right, I'll do that, but let me get some more water first, and struggle down the steps for a second. I'm not too worried.
Fly, Ambrosia. Can hardly make out a blooming thing. Just the one of you, eh? Tracks. Left my bandits for a change. More tracks. And these look fresh. The Chocobo was here. And recently. Perhaps it still is.
Yeah, and I feel like that one's gonna be more of a doing on my own time, not on stream. Because I have a feeling that it's gonna frustrate me if all of them are time attacks.
I'll be damned. It's all right. I'm not going to hurt you. Just borrowing a feather for my friend. Thank you. Let's get this back together before they change their minds.
Was no trouble at all.
Clive, you're back. How'd you get on? Any luck?
Any luck, you say?
Crystals crack. Is this what I think it is? Where in the hell did you find it?
It's a long story.
Right there on the road to Eastpool. Who'd have thought it?
Everything up there's been abandoned for years. The empty cabin made for the perfect shelter. Though I fear my presence may have forced the poor creatures to look elsewhere.
Don't blame yourself, Clive. The Blight's right on Eastpool's doorstep. They'd have had to move on before long, even if you hadn't have turned up. They'll find a new home. Trust me. After all, that's what us endangered animals do. Anyway, what matters is, you managed to nick us one of their quills before they could run off. And now all that's left is to fix it to the carving.
I didn't know you could carve.
Reckon there's a lot you don't know about me. Like the fact I'm as good with a whittling knife as I am with a sword. And that bone Ember gave me's a dream to work with. What did you say it was from again? An Avis?
But it weren't your Avis, Sid. I slew one of my own at last.
So all those long nights in the pit finally bore fruit. I'm proud of you, Ember.
Don't speak too soon. I ain't done my trial yet.
There we go. What do you think?
I think if you ever hang up your scouting cap, you'll be able to make an honest living.
Now will I? I should go and see if Ed is awake.
Give it my best.
You can give it to yourself. Come on.
feeling?
Well, thank you. Is something wrong?
Wrong? No, nothing like that. What it is,
Go on, please. It's beautiful. Did you make it?
We did. Aye. It's from all of us here at the Hideaway. Your new family, like. It's a good luck charm. We may come up north when a band's on the way. I mean a baby. To let him know that they're part of the family too. Oh, I hope you like it.
I don't know what to say. I thank you, my lords, for everything.
If there's anything you need, just let us know.
I will.
Clive, fancy a swift off? I'm thirsty.
I could be convinced.
I could be convinced.
Don't you think you've had enough?
No, we're celebrating. I'm gonna be a father.
What?
I think Edda might have something to say about that.
You know what I mean. Bit of light in these dark times. It wasn't long after me 10th name day. My mum told us she was with child again. I was over the fucking moon. I was looking forward to having a little one to lord it over. What with me being the runt of the litter. Thought I'd finally have a chance to prove to the world that I could be a big brother. Imperials came the day she went into labour. Had myself a baby sister. And then I didn't. My whole family gone in a blink while I hid in the cellar like the spineless little arsehole I was. Great brother I turned out to be. I'll never be a leader. And I'll never be a hero. I'm just a daft little dog who comes running when his master calls. I'll never be like you, or Sid, or Jill, or even Torgal.
Have you finished?
Maybe.
Do you know why you're our best scout? Because you don't need anyone to hold your hand. Without your resourcefulness, your courage, your determination, I don't know where we'd be. Maybe hanging off a cliff like,
That was only the once.
Exactly. You learned from it. And here you are, after Founder knows how many missions, stronger for everyone. And let's not forget Rosalith. Who was it who freed me from the dungeon? Who was it who ran to Jill's rescue?
That would be me.
Because you're our brother, Gav. My brother.
Your brother.
Which
Which means that when the time comes,
I get your room and your sword.
You can barely wield that.
I may have had one too many.
you may have had 10 too many.
I said I was thirsty. Gotta get back to work anyway. After I walk this off. Clive?
What is it?
Thanks for, you know.
I know.
Where is it? Oh. Let's get this Three's company. We'll figure out if I need to just like rely on starting on Joshua's or stopping.
Quinton, I have a proposal for you.
Do you now? Something tells me you'll be asking more of me than a cask of Gotand gold. Go on then. Propose. You'd have me convince the chiefs and chamberlains of the realm that they should simply swallow their pride and do the one thing that has proved impossible for thousands of years. Was there anything else? Perhaps I can fetch you a meat pie as well.
I know it's a lot to ask, but I can think of none better suited to the role.
And you'd have me give up what little I have left to do it. I told you, Clive. The people of Lostwing are my family, and I cannot abandon them. You'll have to find someone else.
I'm sorry to hear that.
So am I.
And why might that be?
What he's asking. How's it any different to what you've done so far? They want you to speak for those who can't speak for themselves. That's what you do best. If it's the vineyard you're worried about, we'll see that the grapes are picked and the tons filled. You know we will.
It's not that.
Then what is it? You said yourself we're family. Don't you trust us?
You know that's not what I'm...
Then what are you saying? That only we are worth saving? Why turn your back on everyone else? You convinced us we could build new lives for ourselves, and if you can do that, who's to say you couldn't convince the entire realm?
A stirring argument. I fear that any rejoinder I make might fall somewhat flat by comparison.
So you'll join us?
Where do you need me?
Field Marshal Havel will want to speak with you in person. He's currently in Port Isolde. I can arrange for a party of Cursebreakers to accompany you there.
That would be very much appreciated. I hear the roads are far from safe these days.
Hopefully not for long. My uncle will want to know that his plan is taking shape.
Wow, you're right. Only talk.
Uncle, I bring good news. The Field Marshal has agreed to your plan.
Of course he has.
Rutherford is accompanying him back to your manor in Port Isolde as we say. They will await your return there.
One other?
Lord Havel was concerned that even if he could get the realm's armies to agree to an accord, he might not be as... He asked if I might have a solution. And I suggest...
One of your co-conspirators? Another outlaw, then. Just the thing we need to put these rotten politicos in there. Good thinking, Clive.
I'm glad you...
The more the merrier.
Uncle, assuming Havel and Quinton can solve our problem with the armies, you still haven't mentioned how we might manage the grain shortages.
Oh, don't you worry. The 7 high houses will be seeing to that. They have all agreed to make the most... Oh, of course, it did take a little... But luckily I had some unexpected...
From who? It was more of a...
Well, she had a... And when the other house... Now, join us there.
Of course.
Automatic walking. Yep.
And how, pray tell, will we get that grain to the capital if the roads are still overrun with Akashic?
You'll find another bloody road. I only have so many men, and I'm not about to send them headlong into an ether flood. That is, unless you'd have them turn as well.
Well, I'd certainly eat less.
Says the man with a belly bigger than a band of curls. My soldiers actually need their rations. Without any food to keep them going, they'll be dead even before you've sent them on your fool's errand.
Oh, Jesus.
If I may, gentlemen, perhaps I might suggest an alternative approach. Though supply routes are indeed disrupted, there is no shortage of ships. Indeed, they bob away in every bay. Allow them to make port and fill their bellies full of grain. And once those who... but I'm sure that you wish to continue. 2 such firm friends as yourselves need no help from the likes of me. Rutherford spoke fondly of the great...
Us? I can't stand...
Clive, I'm beginning to question the quality of the company you keep.
And what kind of company were you expecting him to...
Criminal? How... You are not fit to...
Upstanding!
Once more onto the brief.
Shall we begin again? What we seek here is not to create a new nation. We wish simply to bring... And to do that, we must There will be disagreements, yeah. If we show them the path, show them that the fate of the world lies in my nephew's, but the well-being of her people lies in ours.
Uncle Byron.
Now, with that settled, let's move on. For what great... Citizens of Valisthea, I present to you the Tri-Unity. Rutherford, my quill. Well, my boy, the stage is set.
That it is.
This is the role you were born for. Now I ask only, we shall play our parts to the realm needs its secret. I want you to keep this sight.
I will.
All right. So if I already did the quest line, it's really short. So I take it you're talking about with the where there's a will. Yeah, because normally I would do this, but like even right now, like my ankle's starting to bother.
My lord, your grace. I hardly
Our
recognize you.
caretaker.
I am Goditha, retainer of House Rosfield, loyal servant to the Phoenix and his shields. Your father, the Archduke Elwyn, entrusted me with the delivery of a gift. I only hope you can forgive my tardiness in bringing it to you.
Lift up your head, Lady Goditha. You have our gratitude for your service to our house and to our father.
I merely did my duty, as any proud Rosarian would.
My lady, perhaps you could explain a little more? What exactly is the gift you bring?
As I'm sure you know, it has long been the custom for the children of House Rosfield to be presented with certain keepsakes upon their coming of age.
Indeed it has. Our father often spoke of the day when our turn would come.
And had he lived to see it, he would have presented you with the treasures I bear. Matching armbands for you both. Alas, he did not live. Indeed, he was taken from us even before they could be completed. He had intended to claim the Heartstone with which each armband was to be finished himself, but it was not to be. And his gifts remain incomplete.
I see.
It saddens me to bring them before you, as they are. It was your father's wish that you be presented with the finished articles, not these works in progress. But with his grace long since gone, and the stone left unclaimed, I had little choice. You are grown men now, and his house is yours. And while I would not presume to insist upon your claiming the Heartstone in his stead, I know that nothing would have pleased him more than for you to do so.
Thank you, Lady Goditha.
What say you, Clive?
What else? Of course, my lady. May our father's will be done.
Oh, I am much obliged.
Do you know where we might find this Heartstone, my lady?
I do. Though it may be a matter of a good deal more than simply happening upon it. It is found in the bellies of elder griffins, you see. We do at least know where to find one. A certain specimen has made its nest in Titan's Wake, not far from here.
A certain...
You are most perceptive. In fact, this is the very same beast your father meant to slay. Were you to slay it in his stead?
What say you, Joe?
What else?
Can I even make it on this last one? Probably not, to be quite honest. I think I'm gonna have to just pause it for now. I really am needing to kind of like get over to bed more to just start putting stuff on and relaxing and getting everything still good to go for tomorrow. I know. No, I'll push through. I'll push through. It's just it's kind of bothering me right now. That's all it is. Like under normal conditions, I'd have no problems with continuing.
Ready, go? Faster!
Now it would be nice if these chocobos had, you know, drifting. A Ridge Racer. Yep.
There it is. For House Rosfield. Thanks, Cal.
Oh, hi. Ah. I want. There we go. You jerk. Gotcha.
This one.
Die. My bird's better.
Is this the Heartstone?
I expect Lady Godotha will know.
Oh, thank the Founder you were safe. The Griffin is slain then?
And the Heartstone claimed.
Yes. This radiant luster, like frozen flame, it is just as your father described it. Thank you, my lord. Your Grace. Your father would be so proud.
Lady Godotha, the lapidary is ready.
Thank you, Cyril. I will be with him shortly. If you would excuse me, I shall have the stone cut and set forthwith. The armbands are complete. Pray, take them. They are yours, after all. Heartstone is harder and more enduring than garnet, or even ruby. And the graven vines encircling the stone represent the unbreakable bonds between you.
It's a message. Father knew we had enemies both inside and outside the duchy. Enemies who would thwart his vision. Only with unwavering devotion would it ever be realized.
And only if we stood together, as Phoenix and Shield, as brothers in arms. Only then might those enemies be overcome.
Indeed. His Grace knew the enormity of the task he would entrust to you, his heirs. But this was more than just a message. It was a promise. That he would always be with you.
Thank you, Lady Goditha, for remaining the steadfast custodian of our father's will.
Forgive me, my lady, but there is something I don't quite understand. The Undying told me that after father died, mother claimed all of the ducal treasures for her own. Even if the armbands were incomplete, she would surely not have overlooked them. So, how were you able to keep them from her?
Because I was the keeper of the vault. Though I was but a lowly servant, your father spoke to me of his intentions for the bands, of the deep love he had for both of you, and his hopes for your future. In the days before the disaster at Phoenix Gate, I discovered that the Duchess had ordered her jewelry be sent away from the castle. It was then that I knew she meant to betray us. I tried to warn your father, but it was too late. When word of the fire reached Rosalith, I knew my time was short. So I took up the armbands and I fled into the night.
And thank the Founder you did.
Yet my duty to your father was incomplete. Not knowing what else to do, I followed the Griffin, thinking I might claim the Heartstone on its passing. And so my pursuit continued, until Lord Cyril appeared before me. He informed me that His Grace's will had been recovered, and that his sons were alive and well.
Lady Goditha, on behalf of my...
As do I.
Thank you, my lord, for coming back to us. For giving my service meaning.
The bands suit you well. It must be gratifying to finally receive the inheritance that was denied you for so long.
It is. And we thank you for the part you played, Cyril.
If you would permit me to play my part a little longer, might I suggest that you make your way to your father's memorial atop Hawk's Cry Cliff? Let him see that you have received his blessing, and that his vision lives on in you.
I suppose it would be churlish not to. What do you say, Clive? Shall we pay father a visit?
I think we should. I was hoping to be able to offer him my thanks before we left for Origin.
Your father's helm is enshrined there. It has been since the day we recovered it from Phoenix Gate. I prithee claim it, for it too is a part of your inheritance, and I do not doubt that your father would prefer it in your hands than perched upon some lonely rock.
Thank you, Cyril. Come on, Clive. He's waiting.
Almost. It's gonna be another one of those like melt face things. Oh, as long as I can complete it.
Good girl.
Because they say in the DLC everything's
Unbreakable bond.
complete.
Do you really think we're strong enough?
Save the world? Of course. To have overcome father's political enemies. Of that I'm less certain. Especially knowing what we know now. What mother was truly capable of. But perhaps these bands would have helped. Knowing he was with us would have made all the difference.
It's just back there. father always fought for what he believed was right. It wasn't until that night at Phoenix Gate that I realized I had never fought for anything. I always had someone else to do the fighting for me.
No matter how fate conspired against him, he never lost heart, never looked back, never stopped fighting. To me, he was the greatest of men. And I've been trying to live up to his ideals ever since.
We all have, Clive. We all have. And we'll keep trying. Because that's what he would have wanted.
What he would have done himself. Even if it meant standing against the very gods in the heavens.
Okay.
I shall be borrowing this, Father, if I may. That you might watch over us as we follow in your footsteps.
We won't lay you down.
Onward then.
Onward. To the end.
And to a new beginning.
There's something about it. I feel like it's
Okay, let's get over. Yep. It is. Yeah, it's gonna be a wonderful evening, I can tell, once I have all my stuff on. And I'm gonna hopefully enjoy getting my massage tomorrow.
If Joshua's worried about Jill, I should go and speak with him.
Okay, there. Okay. Would I be safe to for this, or like, am I looking like another 10, 15 minutes? If it's another 10, 15 minutes, I might not be able to push it through.
Joshua, I don't think I'd realized how different, but since we returned from Drake,
I suppose it's not the heart.
she doesn't think she belongs anymore.
And that's why we need to remind her she is still one of us. To let her know that we still need her, now more than ever. That you still need her. But how to do that? When last we were truly close, we were but children.
Of course. Do you remember the time we accompanied Father on his annual tour of the Duchy? And Jill and I broke from the procession to ride up Man's Hill.
To see the snow daisies, I remember. It was the first time Father had allowed us to join him. And when he realized you were missing, he had the entire retinue down to the pot boys combing the countryside.
In the rain. It was the Lord Commander who finally found us, and needless to say...
Then it seems you and Jill have unfinished business.
Man's Hill.
True. Though I suspect it is also much changed. Little in southern Rosaria remains as it was when we were children.
You're saying I should go and scout the area for Ben?
I'm saying we should first go and see if there are actually still any snow daisies left. What would you do without me, Clive?
Oh, perfect. Yeah, because you said it was like purple. View all areas of the world and local maps.
This is the place, but...
I'm sorry, Clive.
There's nowhere been spared. What do we do now?
We keep looking. Man's Hill cannot be the only place where snow daisies grow.
Perhaps, but it's the only place I know of.
Then why not ask someone who might know of another?
Someone in the backyard. To the hideaway, then. Let's hope one of the gardeners knows where to find snow daisies.
Say what you will, Lady Karen is...
Oh my gosh.
This should tide us over to a new moon.
Oh.
I need your advice. Joshua and I are looking for a place where snow daisies grow.
Snow daisies. Then you'll want somewhere not too hot and not too cold. And where the winds are strong enough to carry the seeds. I reckon Man's Hill would be a good place to start. There in the Royal Meadows, perhaps? Both have similar climbs and the right elevation. If the Blight hasn't claimed them yet.
Right. Thank you.
Did you learn where we might find our flowers?
The gardener here mentioned the royal meadows in Sambrek.
Ah, the fields beyond Northreach. I recalled that she kept a record of our travels, you see. So I asked her if she'd perhaps noted anywhere that snowed.
Whose shores bore.
Oh, the travel time. Oh. Yeah. It's only in the cove, though. Kind of figured it's probably more gruntiness than anything. But yeah, I am reaching my limit.
And how might I help the garrison
I mean, if you can all hear it from what I'm saying, I do dearly apologize. Some of it I have to kind of breathe through it, but that would be where I would have the luxury of having a Cairo like adjust me, because if I don't get adjusted, then I found out that a lot of my problem comes in that my hip gets misaligned effectively. Basically, because of the misalignment, I have one side that gets longer, or that seems like it's longer than the other.
The meadows are vast.
So it's not that they're longer; it's just that the hip is not centered.
Be safe. What do you see, boy? Let's hope this is the last one.
Only one way to find out.
Iced and gone.
It's over.
That was harder than I expected.
Okay.
But Founder, it was worth it. They're beautiful.
Do you think think Jill will like them.
She'll love them. Come on. Let's go.
I don't think he lasted a full minute. It was kind of unfair. He's just level 40.
It appears my work is done. The rest, as they say, is up to you. Well, you and the skies. We wouldn't want another thunderstorm now, would we?
Oh, wow.
Jill, there's something I'd like to show you.
There is? And where might this something be?
It's, not here. Now, I know this is sudden, but how would you fancy a trip to Oriflamme?
There are so many. This is what you wanted to show me. I don't know what to say.
You don't need to say anything. The smile on your face is enough. We've been worried about you, Joshua and I. Do you remember when I took you to Man's Hill? Or tried to?
How could I forget? You saw me crying and thought a change of scenery might lift my spirits. In the end, it earned me a nasty cough and a stern scolding from your mother. But I felt wonderful nonetheless.
I'm sorry. I had no idea what I was getting us both into. But I couldn't bear to see you like that.
Before we left, my chambermaid told me she'd overheard your mother talking about my marriage prospects with some of the noblewomen at court. They were debating whether it would be more profitable to marry me off to one of the high houses instead of saving me for the ducal line. No one thought to ask me what I wanted. I was nothing to them. A pawn at best. I felt so trapped, so lonely.
I didn't know.
But I wasn't alone. You were there. Your hand in mine as we ran for those oaks. And I knew then, no matter what happened, I would be all right. I'll never forget that feeling. Before we broke camp, the morning after the storm, do you know what I did?
No? What?
I slipped away from my governess to climb the tor. And from there I saw a sea of petals, all reaching for the sun. And I realized that no matter how terrible the night, dawn would always come. That you would always come for me. And you have.
again and again.
Where do you see us?
When all this is over.
I don't know. Not here, though. I think I've outgrown the twins. After everything we've been through, the realm just seems so small. I'll need some space to spread my wings.
Then that's what you'll have. And I'll stop at nothing to see that you do.
Had to.
I never was much good at garlands, but it'll have to do.
Never that much good for garlands? Okay.
Thank you, Clive.
Then all we could say is designers did not do a good job in trying to be only adequate.
It's exactly what I wanted. You are my treasure. We should probably be getting back. I expect the others are wondering where we are.
Yeah.
Right. There's still much to do.
And we'll do it together.
Reduces diamond dust cooldown by 7.5 seconds. That's just cruel. There it is. Okay, cool. So let me go back to... Can I at least get to the hideaway? Without triggering anything? I would assume yes. Yeah. Yep, okay. That makes sense. I let it do all its catch-ups. So I think when I do the next time, it will be, what, the first DLC, which will be the Rising Tide, I assume? Oh wow, I just see that now, yeah. Oh, Echoes of Fallen first, and then Rising Tide after. Okay, cool. Let's put this music back on. So yeah, good times. I don't know how I lasted like 45 minutes over my designated time. I'm in a bit of pain, but again, I'll be ready tomorrow. Like, once I do my things. I didn't have like the best of times this week, but like I did my best towards getting to the better part of the end of it. Technically, this week I won a lot of things over at a networking event, including a lot of food. So food is not a problem. But I'm also waiting for my headsets so that I can have appropriate headset back in. Like, I wonder something. If I switch over to this, will it switch it on or no? No, it won't. Good. Cool. Yeah. So, anyways, yeah, it's just right now that's the way that my default of sleep mode for the camera is. Anyway, so there might be a chance tomorrow to do some finishings of Split Fiction. Oh, yeah. Okay, that's what you had sent me earlier. I was wondering what that was about. Yeah. So ooh, yeah. Yeah. So anyways, but yeah, if Erie is up to it, then yes, we will do Split Fiction and hopefully get to the end of that game. Not that we're tired of it, but like I know that we're so close at this point. We have one entire area to get through, and then probably one more thing, and then we're done. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I see you all. Again, sorry for starting up a little bit later than usual, but you know, things happen. So yeah, I'll catch you all next time. You all have a great evening. Remember, keep on beaming on. Later.